catch 'em all.
What's up, everybody? Amp here from Amps Up In You Gaming. We got it. We got Madden Ultimate Team revealed today. Super excited. I'm going to blaze through some of this real quick, show you some of the stuff we got. A lot of returning programs, MUT Master, MUT Level Master, I guess. And we also have Team Captain, things like that. They showed us a lot of stuff. I shared the stream earlier. If you want to go through the entire stream from Agent K and Jake Stein, it's on the page. A lot of good information. I loved it, and parts of it were boring. They drag it out, but then again, you know, it's the only content we've got for Ultimate Team since this whole pandemic started, and we started moving on to Madden 21. Super stoked for some of this. You got your quarterbacks. We're in a binder comparing the two of them, or technically we're comparing these two, but you can see these. They loaded up this binder. Ben Roethlisberger's pink and not red. I don't believe that has to do with the 85, because here you see an 84. He's part of a program, I want to say a loyalty or a pre-order program. I believe we got Jalen Smith for me, and those of us that are Cowboy fans, I'll be taking Jalen Smith. I would never take Ben Roethlisberger. It's just not my style of quarterback. Anyways, I got Lamar with my pre-order as well, so I'll have Lamar and his power-up card. Those of you who ordered, I believe he was only in the deluxe. Either way, you get his power-up and his core elite, so ours will be an 87. Super stoked for that. How you compare players. You're comparing two quarterbacks who you want to use in your position, and there's your attributes and stuff. This is the 50-50 card art. A lot of people didn't like the 50-50 card art. I love it. It's like a progressive and interactive card art, if you will. Sure, if you don't have his X Factor and you don't have his passive abilities unlocked with your training points, and you don't purchase his balanced team scheme, balanced offense, or go deep, whatever, right? West Coast offense, these things won't be there. Here's a nat, here's a power-up. Kind of cool. They've implemented it all right on the front of the card art. So if you only have a base card that just has a team chemistry, yeah, it's going to look kind of dumb. It's going to have his overall, it's going to have his archetype if he has one. Some of the lower players won't. It'll have his position, his name, sure. But then it's going to be this big, ugly box, right? And it'll have just the team. Yeah, ugly. But when you think about this interactive stuff and how it actually populates in there when you scroll over it or when you add them, pretty cool. When I say scroll over it, here's a binder. You have all these cards in your binder. It's not 50-50 card art. It's like 4/5, so 4-to-1, literally ratio of where the photo is. As you scroll over, it'll change to a 50-50 card art, but it'll pull in all that interactive and progressive options like your X Factor, your passive abilities, your team chemistry, your scheme, you know, if you will. I love it. I think it's cool. I actually like it. Thinking of what they put into it makes it exciting. The amount of effort they put into it. Confused of why we have a 76 that's red, like he's a core elite. There's no way they dropped the core elites to 76. They usually start at 80. I highly doubt they would make a 76. And we got this weird silver thing going on where you got a 56 player that's silver. I know it says work in progress, but this would be odd to me. You have a 61 bronze, but a 56 silver. I don't get it. Anyways, this is all the same. None of this stuff has changed, so you'll be real comfortable if you're a Ultimate Team player already. If you're not, we can make videos that go over all this kind of stuff. This is generate best lineup, yada, yada, yada. This is your X Factor that you have active, or the 3 X Factors or 2 X Factors and a superstar ability. So that these two right here would be your Fearmonger for Aaron Donald and Avalanche for Bobby Wagner. That's what those are. These are AP points. I'll go over that later. This is a superstar ability, and it looks like, who do we have superstar ability active? It very well could be, yeah, our team captain, Aeneas Williams, most likely, is who that is, or it might even be on Stephon Gilmore. I don't know. Okay, let's move on. So, very cool. If we were to pull Aaron Donald out of a pack, this is what we're going to see now according to them. When you click on Aaron Donald after pulling him out of a pack and you're viewing him, no longer is your compare, promote to starter, auction, trade, quick sell. No longer is that going to be over here on the right. It's going to populate like this. Super cool. Gives you a history and a description in the middle. Tells us what his archetype is. It gives you your basic card art. And this is what I was talking about. If you just have your basic card art, yeah, it looks kind of funky. Because you have this big, huge box that's not really populating anything in a waste of space. But in the grand scheme of things, as you start leveling them up, start putting in your training, this is going to populate for him. When he's in your binder, this is going to slide all the way over to right about here. Cool. So quit complaining about the card art because it's not that big a deal. Pretty cool. It's pretty. I don't know. You call it whatever you want. I think it's cool. All right, key attributes. So we switch over to attributes. They're now populated up top. General, yeah, you can scroll down, look at all this stuff, and see what kind of punt return he has, kick return, whatever. Who cares about all that? His key attributes are the most important. It's what you want to focus on. When you pull up a player, he's obviously a right end. These are the key attributes that make his overall worth it. So if these are all bunk, he's got a kick return of 70, it would make his overall higher. When you're going for overalls, it's not necessarily the overall you're going for. You need to focus on key attributes. These are the things that you're really, really looking for when going after a new card, right? So we talk about thresholds. Madden has thresholds. I'm just going to use a really basic form. 80 to 85, or 80 to 84, I'm sorry, 85 to 89, and then 90. So those will be 3 different thresholds, right? You'll have players in those thresholds that perform the same as each other. So you can have an 88 player who actually performs just as good as an 89 and quite possibly even a 90 sometimes based off of key attributes. Don't be fooled for false positives down here in your general. That's kind of cool. This is just basically where you're going to, this is a core elite card and what you could add. So you could add his team chemistry and a couple other things like balanced offense, go deep, where obviously I'm talking about offense and this is a defensive player, what a fool. But it would be your balanced defense or man defense or quarterback rush, speed rush, whatever, right? Fearmonger, this is a powered up Aaron Donald. He's got all these things, spent the training on it, super cool. It's showing 0 on his AP points. I think that's obviously just a mistake because you already have these 2 things active, or maybe they're just not selected yet, and we do that in the management screen. Then these would populate based off of the cost of these. So there'll be different abilities that cost more AP points as you go on. Looks like we're going to be able to change our front art right from the get-go this time, instead of waiting towards the very end after you've leveled it up several times. Here's some more. Oh, okay. This is where you unlock specific ability tiers and how many slots that you'll get. So you'll get more slots over here. So he's got 2 right here. He's an 89. So he's still stuck in 2. Once he reaches a 90, he'll get a 3rd ability. These are some of the abilities, obviously, that we talk about. Here's your AP points. This is what I'm talking about. So Reach Elite, first one, will cost him 1 AP point. Okay? So if you're going to add that, it's going to cost him 1. So if you come down here to Brick Wall or whatever we got here, whatever it's called, I forget what it's called, it's going to cost you 3, 4, 5, whatever. This new one, who knows what this is? I don't know if that's a wave and it's supposed to be swim move. I don't know if it's wind. I have no idea. Maybe who knows? I'm not even going to try and make a stupid joke there. But this will cost you more, obviously, AP points when you put them in your lineup. And that is going to affect this right here. You have active superstars. It looks like we still only get 3 per side of the ball. From the stream, I was kind of confused, thinking we were going to get to use more. I think what it's saying is you're going to have more diversity in the passives that you add, but I don't really see it like that if this is how it's going to be. This tells me we still get the 3 active players with the passives and the active superstars, right? Your AP points. Here you go. Bobby Wagner with 2, Aaron Donald with 3. So they're costing you out of this bank. Okay? Then you have, you can just add a 3rd. They don't have a 3rd active. There's no AP point coming out of that either. So we're only using 5. Here's your team chemistries. Those don't count. You just add them to the cards and you'll see on this next screen. There you go. So this is where you manage your superstars. So over here, like I said, we have 2 activated out of our 3 possible on defense. When you come over here, these are your AP points. They're only clicked on Aaron Donald right now, obviously, so we're actually looking at how they break down what he's doing. These are our 2 active superstars. He's costing us 3 AP points. He's costing us 2. We have a limit of 10, right? So you can add extra passives and get up to 10. I was interpreting it that I could have these 2 and a 3rd X Factor, but then I could have a couple cornerbacks with level 1 APs. So I could technically spread those AP points out on my entire team. We'll see on launch if that's truly a possibility. But Speedster, you might have to sacrifice it. Or you might have to sacrifice Adrenaline Rush. If you get closer to your 10, let's say you have Lurker with Bobby Wagner. You got Lurker with him. That's going to cost you 4 or 5 out of this immediately, most likely. And that will cause you to make decisions and add some diversity to people's lineups and what they're doing. Oh, here we go. This is a pre-order content card. I don't know if it's from the no, it's not the loyalty. The loyalty programs were the 82 overalls. This is a pre-order, I believe. I will definitely be grabbing Jalen Smith. He's a pink card, just like that Ben Roethlisberger, Big Ben. I'm not a fan I just don't like him as a quarterback. I did snatch this shot, so this is who I will be taking out of my pre-order content. Obviously, if they had Elliott or Dak, I would consider, but Jalen Smith in a heartbeat. Actually, I would not consider Dak. I take that back as much as I'm a Cowboy fan. I got that pre-order Lamar. I'm good. Okay, here we go. Real quick, we got team captains. Cool names. Cool to see new names in here. Makes me happy. Ed McCaffrey. My wife's a Bronco fan. I watched him play quite a bit. Showing my age. My bad. Super cool. He's in the game. He's going to be a very decent receiver. When I pick a team captain, I don't like to go with an Eddie George. My plans are to pull Elliott on launch, right? So even if I don't, chances are I'm going to get a better running back than an 85, I think he is, when you start off with your team. Oh, no, he's a team captain. So you have to level him up, obviously. But Ed McCaffrey, Eddie George, I'll pass him up with a better running back if I were to take him. Ed McCaffrey, I have 5 wide receivers that I keep active. I have 5 cornerbacks that I keep active, right? I usually only keep 1 or 2, maybe 3 if I'm going for a chemistry. Active running backs, I don't even use the third. I'm just using him for a chemistry in my lineup. He's not even worth anything. I usually don't let him see the field. So I usually go with 2 running backs, an elusive and a power back, right? So why would I want my team captain Eddie George when there's going to be so many other people out there? Just got a like somehow. Okay. Why did we get a like? We're recording. We're not even live. Okay, well, anyways. So Ed McCaffrey or Aeneas Williams will probably be who I go after for a team captain. They did say the exchange program is going to be instant this year. Super cool. I'm okay with that. I like that. If I do find it, let's say I took Eddie George and they use the reference you pull Derrick Henry, right? You're not going to want to use Eddie George anymore. Derrick Henry does everything the same, and he's going to be a better pull on his base elite, right? So you wouldn't want to use him, so you switch to someone else. That's why I go with a position when I choose my captain, someone that I need multiple of that position. They'll last longer in my lineup. Obviously, I'm not going to have 5 88s or 87s or 86 receivers, especially for the first few months until your team is grinded up. Here's a look at a powered up team captain. Don't be fooled. You choose your team captain off the bat. He's not going to have enough power up tokens or team captain tokens to be an 87. Don't fall for that. But looking at this as an 87, by the time we can get him to there, if they allow us to get those team captain tokens fast enough, that's one of the problems I've always had. You pick a team captain and then content releases and you get better people at that position. There's no way Eddie George will survive with the amount of running backs that will be released because people love running backs, right? I go for cornerbacks, I go for receivers. There's a lot of depth there. Use a team captain in one of those positions. You can actually sustain them on your team for a lot longer and they will contribute to your chemistries and play a pivotal role on the field. I won't have 5 receivers or 5 cornerbacks worthy of my starting lineup right off the bat. So use a team captain in one of those spots. Decent stats too once you level him up. I'm not going to complain. He doesn't have agility. I'm not a big fan. He's a power back. But like I said, if I need 2, 3, 4 yards and sometimes break for a 70-yarder, cool. Here you go. This would definitely be worth it for me. So I would run with this. This card would last on my team quite a while as long as they're letting us earn these power-up tokens to actually go and make him valuable at a longer rate. The Roy Glover, it's kind of funny they show him as a saint in the beginning, but then they put him in a cowboy outfit. That's one of the good things about these captains. So I can take Ed McCaffrey, who I'm planning on taking, just so you know. That'll probably be my choice. I use multiple receivers. I use multiple cornerbacks, so it'll be him or Aeneas Williams. But the good thing is, I can put a cowboy logo right here. That's exciting for me. At first, when I heard it, I thought it was kind of whacked. But we can actually change 3 people, our level up, our MUT master, and our team captain, can actually be sorry about the alarm, I apologize. We can actually change their chemistry to any team you want, one of 32 teams. Super cool. I'm super stoked that it builds your team chemistry a lot faster. NFL epics, last year we only got 2. We had Baker Mayfield. What a mistake. I drafted him in my fantasy team as well. 4th overall, embarrassing. And don't hate, because I still won. I still won fantasy football last year. And I had to drop him, and I took Minshew with the mustache. But anyways, back to Madden. So, NFL epics, we got 4 instead of 2. Last year we got Deacon Jones, we got Baker Mayfield. This year we have Fitz, we have AP, and I'm telling you, everyone loves AP. Still a good running back. I mean, he's getting old, of course, but some of those games, even last year, I think he had a 200-yard game. Ronnie Lott, I'm not a Niner fan. Not a Niner fan. Those of you that know me, no, I'm not. But I'll take a Ronnie Lott, and I'll grind out a Ronnie Lott for that 85 overall. I also, Jack Youngblood, not bad, but I will be going for these 2 right here. AP and Ronnie Lott will be my money makers. Fitz is a great possession receiver if you want one, if you need one, if you don't have depth. Here's some look at some of their stats. Very respectable. 86 and 85. Definitely fast. Agility is a little bit low. Break tackle is a little bit low. Truck is great. But come on, break tackle. AP used to break tackles all the time. And if you're going to tell me he didn't break tackles, that he juke moved out or spun move out or whatever, then his agility needs to be higher. But still a very decent card. Ronnie Lott, excellent card. Acceleration 87, always more important to me than 85. Excel is what he's going to break on the ball. 85 is when he's going to run head to head, side to side along with the receiver. But acceleration is where he's going to break on the ball and things like that. That and his play rec's really low. For Ronnie Lott, I don't buy that, but whatever. Jack Youngblood, decent card. I'm not a super big fan. Power move 88, cool, whatever. I'll be going after Aaron Donald. Super easy to get these MUT Masters to start off, get a touchdown, really. Come on. 3 multiplayer wins, that's going to take a minute for me because I'm going to be grinding. Actually, maybe not. We can do it in the 10 hours if that's what it takes to get this MUT Master. I'll just go in real quick and knock 3 out. In the beginning, in MUT, everyone's teams are low. You can go and grab those 3 wins, get your card, keep moving. Start leveling them up. You see you earn 100 stars in challenges, 100 games with an 82 plus overall team. That'll take a while. That'll take a long time. Complete 15 dailies, so that's like the max to level up that MUT Master guy right there. I mean, in 15 days, it's no matter what. If you get to 82, cool, whatever. Or I don't know what level these will be for the card itself, but it'll slow you down if you go too fast. If you grind really, really hard like some of us do. Some of us did not have multiple EA access accounts last year and trade cards back and forth. That's how you grind. I did over 100 and some odd challenges before launch. So did DK Heroic. MUT Master. Sam Mills, I'm sorry. Okay, cool. I'll take it. I mean, it's a MUT Master card. Middle linebacker is always fun. These are some of his powered up. Don't be fooled. He will not be this right at launch. You'll have to go and grind that and level him up. But I like it. 93 is okay. It's respectable. Shows him at a 94 here in a power up program. Card art changed. That was definitely cool. Card art did change, so that will change as we go. Here's all his X factors. They did not fix this to where we could click one item. Let's say I wanted to buy all 3 of these or 4 of these with the amount of training points I had. I should be able to just click right there. That's not the case. They know we want it. You have to purchase this. You have to purchase this. You have to purchase this. Purchase this. It looks like it's going to move up in lots of 5 as we go, but they're working and they know that we would like to say, hey, I already have this card in my binder. I know this. I just want to spend the money here one time and it'll pull all this out and take me right to this level. They're working on it. I'm sure they'll get to it eventually. Andre Johnson, super stoked. Thank you, DK Heroic, for bringing this up. He's also one of the players that you can add one of 32 team chemistries to. I've always liked Andre Johnson. I'm a Cowboys fan, not a Texan fan, but this little blank thing right here, I get to add him, Ed McCaffrey, and Wills to, I can actually make them all Cowboys. That's 3 more Cowboys chemistries that I can have. At first, when I heard it, it's kind of dumb because I know Andre Johnson never played for the Cowboys. But in the grand scheme of things, when we're doing these challenges and we spend all this time grinding, and sometimes you got to repeat certain challenges because some of them are actually difficult, right? Some of them aren't the kick a 30-yard field goal. Really, EA? Okay, throw us a bone in a while, bone once in a while, I guess. Having Andre Johnson and going through the grind to level him up. A lot of us do these challenges, earn these cards, and then you pass them up with in-game content, or you pass them up with getting more Cowboys players. I can actually keep him as a Cowboy and keep leveling him up. It makes my time invested worth spending the time to keep him on my team. Yeah, it's a little bit far-fetched and not realistic to make him a Cowboy player, but why not? Hopefully they add more programs that we can do that with. Here you see a couple different things. I haven't seen these. I don't know what some of these are. We'll find out on launch. Obviously, this would be the double of this, where you can add more of it. This is, I want to say, possession catching, because it looks like a bank or a safe. And this would be the level 2 version of it. So we get a level 2 version of this one, this one, this. Oh, all of them actually, except for this one. And this looks like Most. I don't know if that's Most, but that looks like Most. Maybe they changed the logo for it. This one, this Yak 'em Up, yards after catch. This will actually cost us 1 AP point. And there you go, leveling up Andre Johnson. I'll be doing it. Those are very, very respectable. He's a physical guy and a possession kind of guy. He can go up against linebackers. He can go up against safeties. He can go up against cornerbacks. He's going to win against a lot of cornerbacks. So depending on where you line him up in the field, I'll be putting him on slots. I'll be putting him on curl routes, drag routes. I won't be running streaks with him, that's for sure. Even though he's got an 86 speed, it's pretty decent. But he's yeah, nope. I'll be using him right around in here in the sweet spot. Keep me on the field. This will be our screen at launch. I'm pretty excited. Obviously, these are our programs. You got team builders, team diamonds, team captains. This is your play now, play solo, store, team, competitor. This is a level 9, so I do not believe they can get into the auction house. I think it's level 10. Always has been. Getting close. Pretty cool. This is the team diamonds. Obviously, they only showed us a few because they don't want to spoil it for us. But ta-da! Oh, Corporal, super excited for Takeo Spikes, Takeo, whatever you want to call it. They brought some really good names into the Team Diamonds, you guys. I was super stoked to see Takeo Spikes, Takeo, Doomerville. My wife's a Bronco fan. I've watched a lot of his play. Like him. Work done. Huge fan. Sorry, Micah, you left the Buccaneers. You don't get to enjoy this. You're now a Chiefs fan. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's a Rams fan, right? You changed the Rams? Whatever you changed. I don't even remember. You're still a Buccaneers fan in my eyes. Work done is cool to see in the game. Eric Weddle, we all know and love. He's been around forever. Dante Hall, kick returner, amazing. That's about all I'd really use him for. Bob Sanders. Travis Frederick for the Cowboys. Yes, have we had him as our team diamond before? Or was it Amari Cooper last year? I don't remember. He's an offensive lineman. A lot of people don't get excited about it. But I'm going to tell you right now, there's not a lot of depth, especially on launch, at center. So Travis Frederick will be on a lot of rosters. Even Niner fans will put him on their roster. Just because, I promise. Quote me on that. DK, you might be laughing at me right now, but you watch, you'll get this card. I was super excited to see Roddy White. I always liked Roddy White on the Falcons. Decent receiver, really good receiver. Let's see, who else we have? Oh, Asante Samuel. A lot of people be pumped up for him. Don't be faked by Rich Cannon the Gannon. Come on, man. I would never, ever, even as a Raider fan, there's so many, especially if you pre-order, you know you're going to be using Lamar. You know you're going to be using, if you pull Patrick Mahomes, you know you're going to use him. You're not going to put the time into grinding Rich Gannon as your team diamond. And if you do, I hope I find you on a matchup head-to-head because I will take advantage of that all day long. Quote me on that, too, by the way. Still not a fan of this whole football team. They could have came up with some other name for Washington, but I'm a super big fan of seeing London Fletcher right here. Adding some different stuff to the game. Here's some of the things we'll get at launch. Solo battles, house rules, weekend league. They'll dive more into that as we go. Here's the level 50 reward. So once you reach level 50 on your MUT level, it takes a while. A lot of big YouTubers grind this stuff out real quick. You'll get your 87 to 88 power up, so you can power up pass and won't need to find that Patrick Mahomes that's going, or even Tyreek Hill. They're both 87 and 88, I believe. You won't need to spend that 15 million coins that people are going to be getting when they pull them. And by the way, DK, I do hope you pull your Tyreek Hill like you say you are day one. Just a matter of whether you keep him or sell him. It's always a tough decision. All right, folks. Here's the EA Play. So 10 hours EA access. It's now called EA Play. Get on it. We're supposed to be able to have it Thursday night at 9 here on the West Coast, which is Thursday night at midnight, or would you call it Friday morning at midnight on the East Coast. Take your 10 hours, devote it to stuff like this. Sure, if you want to go get those 3 head-to-head matches to win your, what was that, a team captain, whoever we unlocked or whatever, for the head-to-head wins, cool, whatever. I'm going to be going after stuff like this. Grind out these challenges, earn the extra 80 NAT card, earn the extra training, spend your 10 hours grinding challenges. Last year, I had multiple EA access accounts. I don't want to get anyone else in trouble. And you can trade your players back and forth to your other emails. You just start a new email, start another $5 EA access account, grind all these challenges multiple times, trade all your stuff back to your primary account. Once you've done that, your team is stacked and ready to go come launch. So when EA access started last year, I had the 1 account, did the 10 hours. And yes, I'm addicted to the game mode. I did 4 EA access accounts minimum, maybe 5. DK will probably tell you I did 6. And I leveled up my team quite extensive and did over 100 and some odd challenges before launch. So yeah, you'll be facing all these people that'll rage quit on you because your team has some grinded out players on it. Here's rewards. We get these for playing Madden from 18, 19, and 20. Obviously, they do 3 years back. Some of us have been playing, I'm not going to tell you how long. Some of us have been playing Madden for a long time, so I would have a ton of rewards cards if we did. These 82s don't last long on your lineup unless they're backups. That's why I go with things like, you get to pick 3 of them. Left tackle, there's probably going to be very few in the game that are over 82 at launch. I'll be putting D'Lo on my team for sure, just because he's a Cowboy. Probably end up being a backup because I plan on pulling Aaron Donald. I plan on pulling J.J. Watt, someone like that. Balancing out both sides of the ball. Maybe Bosa. Yes, I said Bosa. Don't hate on me, DK. I'm not a Niner fan, but I'll take Bosa. Darius Leonard. Emmanuel Sanders. So there's a lot of pre-order content that we get our hands on. I actually might go after this. So I think I might go after Jalen Smith. I think we get 3 of these. So I mean, I'm sorry, not Jalen Smith. I will be getting him on the other program. But D-Law, I will take for my pre-order content. I will take Mark Ingram because I'm getting the pre-order, Lamar Jackson. And I plan on pulling Elliott. So there I go. I'd have my 2 backs and I'd be good to go. I wouldn't need anything more than that. I would just be doing this for chemistry to work with Lamar. Patrick Peterson, that'll be my 3rd. I get 3, obviously. I would take Pat. I would take, what guy's name again? Mark Ingram. He was on my fantasy team. How do I forget? And then, of course, I'd take D-Law. So those will be my 3 most likely. It's also based on what I pull day 1 with all my pre-order content, team packs. You can go check all the pre-order content if you haven't done it so. You still have a little bit of time left to pre-order. MUT has been so gracious every year to put all our player database out there. They mentioned something about it might being available tonight, so I'm looking forward to that. There's the link on here, muthead.com/21 players database. You can download the MUThead app. It's not always up to date as fast as their actual website, so you got to get in there and use this link. They stressed it big time. Once again, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Drop a like, drop a follow, drop a subscribe. Whatever the case may be, comment down below. We'll be doing all kinds of Madden content. Go follow my boy DK Heroic. He will be doing all kinds of Madden content as well. Thanks again. Horns up. Stay frosty. Catch 'em all.